Hello again, Allan from mindvisionmedia.net, and this tutorial I'm going to show you guys how to install WordPress on your local computer. That's right, an instant WordPress local installation. I use this. I've been using it for well over a year. A lot of developers use it. I use it primarily to do my demos and to test themes, plugins, and methods before I go live. It's a great tool, especially for beginners, and it's really simple. Now, back in the day, we used to have to install something like a WAMP server. This process is a little more advanced, a lot of settings and stuff that you have to configure in order to get the server to work on your computer. And what I'm about to show you today, anybody can do. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to open up my browser, but before I do that, first thing you want to do on your desktop somewhere, go ahead and right click, go to New, open up a new folder, and I'm going to name this Instant WordPress 1. You can name it whatever you want. Alright, so now we have a new blank folder. Okay, and that's going to be our directory. Now the cool thing about what I'm going to show you today is that this local installation of WordPress, like I said, it'll allow you to practice, to test plugins and themes, try out new methods, etc. But it also runs independently, meaning it's going to run from this folder only. Okay, it's not going to hog or bog down your computer system. You can actually install this on a flash drive and take it wherever you want, and it will run from within the folder on the flash drive. Really, really cool. Alright, so go ahead and open up my browser. I'm running a ton of stuff in the background. Bear with me, as usual. I am a multitasker. Alright, good old YouTube. Wow. Alright, so go ahead and type in Google Instant WordPress. And you get search results for Instant WordPress. Go ahead and find Instant WordPress, instantwp.com. And I'm going to click on download, and that will bring us to the Instant WordPress website. Thanks, Seamus. Your software is excellent. And go ahead and click on the button, and it's going to open up a save file window. Go ahead and click save. And we're going to go ahead and choose that directory, Instant WordPress 1, and go ahead and save file. And that'll take just a couple of seconds to download. And of course, my virus protection is going to scan this folder and file, make sure it's safe. I highly recommend, if you're going to be building websites, well, if you have a computer period, you should have virus protection nowadays. But if you're doing websites and working with WordPress and uploading files from your personal computer on a regular basis, it is definitely recommended that you have some type of security measures on your local computer. This will prevent you from uploading files that have viruses. If anything's infected on your computer, you won't upload it to your website and contaminate your website, possibly infecting visitors to your website as well, or your host server. Alright, so the download is finished, and as I said, my virus protection is scanning that off screen right now. So we're just going to wait a couple of seconds for that. Go ahead and close the browser window. And virus protection says that all files are safe. Great. Let's go ahead and open up our new folder or directory, and inside that folder you will see a icon and Instant WordPress exe. That's the executable file. Let's go ahead and open that up. And yes, we want to run this. Okay. You guys aren't going to believe how simple this is, and we're going to use the same directory by default. Go ahead and install that. Takes just a couple of minutes. Now, when I do most of my tutorial demos and instruction, I'm using this, well, not this particular installation, but one other installation of Instant WordPress that I have. The cool thing is you can have as many installations of this as you want, and as I mentioned, you can have it on a flash drive, take it with you. You can have, you know, as many installations as you want on your one computer, because it is a standalone installation, which is just great. I mean, this guy thought of everything, and this is a very popular version and one that I use, like I mentioned, for over a year now. And we'll go ahead and close that, and now you'll see a folder, okay, inside your directory that you created. Alright, and we want to open that up, and inside that you will see a little running man, Instant WP exe. That is the file we're going to execute. Go ahead and double click on that. Loading Instant WordPress. We're almost done, folks. Okay, and here we are at our WordPress admin. It looks slightly different from your typical live WordPress installation, but it has everything you need. Operates and functions just like WordPress on the internet. Okay, we have a front page, which is the front page of the WordPress. We have a plugins folder. You even have access to your MySQL admin or PHP admin dashboard, which is the database behind the website or WordPress installation. You also have your WordPress admin, which we're about to go to. You have a themes folder and also documentation that will help you if you have any questions or need to know how to do something. Alright, now as you notice, just like with the live WordPress installation, everyone gets a default username and password. Well, the same with this, okay, for the admin and also for the database. So here they want you to use the word admin for the username and the word password for the password, and on occasion you might have to type username for the user instead of admin. So let's go ahead and click on that and see what happens. This will open up a browser, and go ahead and maximize that, and here we are at our WordPress admin, just like the live version. So let's try admin first, and we'll try password, and we'll make our first attempt to log in. And there we go. We're inside WordPress, just like that. You now have Instant WordPress on your machine. And yes, I know I don't use Internet Explorer, can't stand it. So disregard any messages that pop up regarding the browser. It by default it wants to select Internet Explorer, but I'm also going to show you how to change what browser your local installation opens up in. Now, this will function just like any other installation of WordPress on the internet. Let's go to themes, and it's got the default themes inside. Let's just go ahead and use whatever existing theme is in here, and let's go, let me open up our dashboard again, or our login. Not login, but control panel for the instant WordPress installation. And if you click on WordPress front page, it's just going to show you the front page, how the site looks right now, without doing anything. Alright, so there you have it. WordPress is on your machine. Okay, go ahead and close that real quick and minimize that. And just to show you that it works just the same, let's go to plugins here. I'm shooting in high def, so I got to move my window around a little bit. I got a huge monitor. Go to plugins, and let's go to add new. And let's just type in plugin, one of my favorites. Search plugins. Boom, there it is. Let's install it. Okay. Downloading, unpacking, installing. And let's go ahead and activate the plugin. Boom. Okay, all functionality is there. Dashboard, installing themes, installing plugins, whatever you need to do, just like on a live WordPress installation. Excuse me. Okay, so now that we have it installed, and I've demonstrated that you can install plugins or change themes or whatever you want to do, just like a regular WordPress installation on the internet, we are ready to go. Now, let's see, we want to, I'm going to minimize this window, pull up our control panel, and let's go to documentation here, because what I want to do is show you how, because I'm sure there's others out there who don't like Internet Explorer. I use Firefox. As a developer, web designer, Internet Explorer is just not useful for me, although they do have comparable tools or what have you. Just Firefox is the way to go. What we want to go to is our frequently asked questions. Okay, under the documentation, and you'll get a bunch of facts that will help you if you have any questions. And what we're going to do is scroll down, and we're looking for how to change the, I already know how, but I'm going to demonstrate this for you. Let's see. Must have passed it here. Let's see, bear with me. Here we go. How can I get instant WordPress to open in a browser other than Internet Explorer, such as Firefox or Chrome? Okay, and it says you can do this by adjusting the setting in the IWP Instant WordPress Server Config file, PMS _config ini. Okay, and you can find this file in your IWP folder at IWP server lpms _config ini. Okay, so let's go look for that. What we're going to need to do is minimize that, open up this folder, minimize that, open up the folder, and let's go in here, PMS config ini. Alright, and it's stated that change this to something like the path below. Okay, so what we want to do is locate our Firefox or Chrome or whatever browser. We need to find that file path. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and open up my start window, go to my programs, off screen. You know how to do this. I'm going to go to my where'd it go? Bear with me. Mozilla, Firefox. Okay. There it is. Let's see. I have it in a different directory, so what I'm going to do is use Explore. Right-clicking on the Start menu opens an Explorer window. Windows shortcut. I'm going to go ahead and go to Program Files. And we're going to open up the Mozilla folder since I'm going to use Firefox. And we're going to scroll down and find the Firefox exe. Alright. So basically, you want to copy this. Go ahead and close that. I'll minimize this. And here's the path right here, browser. Okay, browser path. It has the default setup in there for Internet Explorer. I'm going to go ahead and paste in. One second. I goofed. Copied that. Go ahead and do that one more time. Copy this. I'm a little tired, bear with me. Highlight that. And we need one more. And because this is local, notice the slashes are backslashes, not forward slashes. Okay? So we'll do backslash Firefox.exe. Okay? And we're going to save that file. Alright, and I always like to refresh the directory whenever I make changes to files like that. And so we're back in our Instant WordPress 1 directory that we created in the beginning. I'm going to right click and do a refresh, and go ahead and minimize that, and let's bring up our WordPress site again. Okay, now let's go ahead and log out, and I'm going to close this Internet Explorer window. Okay, one thing you want to do is just be patient. Since this program runs kind of a virtual server within itself, you have to just be a little patient and give it a little bit of time to shut down or catch up to what you're doing. Not when you're working in WordPress, but if you're opening and closing the folders and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and open that up one more time, and let's click on the Instant WordPress exe file again. Actually, scratch that. We already did that. Open up your folder and click on Instant WordPress exe, the one with the running man. Okay. Boy, I need some coffee. Bear with me, folks. It's always worth it. Okay. We are in Firefox, not Internet Explorer. Firefox. Yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and go back to our admin, and let's try logging in again. Admin, and the default password. And there you have it. So now we installed Instant WordPress. It took about 10 minutes or less. You installed a plugin, you can install themes, do whatever you do normally with WordPress, and I showed you how to go in and edit the browser that is associated with the local installation. Alright, so you can go ahead and customize, play around, do whatever you want. If you go to the editor, just like in the online versions, you will see all of your files there. Okay, and see your style sheet. Go ahead and modify this, make your edits, changes. Now what I recommend is the same thing I recommend on live installations of WordPress. If you're going to edit any of these core files, okay, you can also do a child theme on this as well, but just for this particular tutorial I'm just going to explain to you what I usually explain in my tutorials. You're going to edit any of these PHP files. Click inside, okay, press Control A, select everything, and Control C, make a copy. Open up a notepad file, paste it in there, save that somewhere safe. Now you have a backup copy of your original before you do any edits. Once you do edits, do it again. Select all, copy it, save that. Save a copy of before and after. That way you're covered. In case anything happens, you can restore your original, or if anything happens to your customizations, you can restore those as well. Alright, so I hope this helps clear up some confusion about how to get WordPress on your local machine. There's a lot of stigma out there about how complicated it is. It really isn't that complicated. Hopefully I made it nice and clear and simple for you guys. It won't take you as long as I did. I wanted to show you a few extra things. I'm going to go ahead and close that. We're back at our dashboard, outside dashboard, and I want to show you the MySQL admin, and it's recommending use the user root and no password, just blank. Okay, go ahead and click on that. Pulls up the My PHP admin window, and we're going to type in root and no password. Go is their version of update or enter, save, what have you. Here you'll see an option where you can click on change password and set a new password. That's something I highly recommend, okay, just to be safe. Alright, because every installation comes with the same default username and passwords. Alright, so once again, that was simple and easy. And as I mentioned, see it shutting down Instant WordPress. Give it some time, be patient. Okay, now it's shut down, you're good to go. We have Instant WordPress inside a folder. It runs from inside this folder. You can put this folder on a flash drive. You can install it right from the beginning on a flash drive, take it with you, put it in another computer, open it up. It's going to run just like it did on your home computer. Alright, so more tips, tools, and tutorials from Allan at mindvisionmedia.net. I want to thank you guys for tuning into my YouTube channel. I hope my tutorials are useful. I know there's been a lot of confusion on the responsive theme in particular. The developers keep making drastic changes to the theme and the core files and moving files around. And my next tutorial, stay tuned, it's coming real quick, is going to be on these child theme issues that are happening with the responsive theme right now. A ton of folks contacting me regarding child theme issues after the recent updates, and they're ending up with broken sites and broken child themes and just a gamut of problems and issues. So that's my next tutorial. Stay tuned. Alright, if you have any questions, check me out on my website, mindvisionmedia.net, or leave me a comment and a question on my YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave me some likes. Alright, talk to you later.